Hello everyone. So this is actually the second video. This is regarding options. I probably should have done this before, but at the same time, I haven't been trading options since 2017. I started trading options again in October. I've probably traded maybe 50 or so options, and I've lost on two options. So my win rate is pretty high. I'm about to lose on HIMS as expires on Friday. I have a strike price of 10. That's probably gonna miss. So three out of at least 50, maybe more. So with options, what you're doing is you're buying something that says that the stock is going to go up to a certain price by a certain date. If you're bullish, it's a call. If you're bearish, it's called a put. Okay, but with the call, if the stock goes up, the option goes up. With the put, the stock needs to go down for the price of your put to go up. Now, I don't want people to go so technical with delta, gamma, because what happens is years ago, when there was no volume on options, you would actually pay attention to the Greeks. Because when a stock moves in price, the option would normally go with the stock price. Now that's not the case because options are so active that you don't have to pay too much attention to that. They matter, but not as much, because if you have someone willing to put a bid, someone willing to put an ask, that matters more than any type of technical calculation that's supposed to change the price of the option. Now, I don't ever plan to exercise an option. I mean, your plan to exercise an option is usually to cause a gamma squeeze. I have never done that. I mean, there's other people that do a cash secured call or a cash secured put, which means they buy an option. If it goes down, they've used cash as collateral to secure the price at a lower price because they're buying a put. Or the same thing with the call. They buy the call because rather than pay more money for the call now, they buy the option now to exercise the shares at a future and higher price. So how does that work? So we're going to use easy numbers here. So let's say the stock is $10, okay? And you're trying to say that the stock is going to go up to 15. So that means you should get $5 on your bet. Okay? Now, the closer date you have, the cheaper the option is to buy, because the likelihood of it hitting 15 when it's 10 is not high. So the reason why small accounts can get really big, and why you need, if you have a small account like $1,000 and you want to make a lot of money, you have to do options, is because that's a way that you can make a lot of money with a small amount of money. Now, I never recommend anyone to do weeklies. That's called like a lotto. That means you're buying an option tomorrow that expires on Friday. If it doesn't hit, you lose everything that you bet on the option. If it hits, you'll make more because the option price was lower to buy. So a lot of people like this because they'd rather bet $100 on option that expires Friday than pay $500 on the same stock, but give it 2 or 3 extra months. But me, I will buy and pay the 500 to get an extra 2 months. Now, what's going to happen is the guy that's willing to bet and play the lotto and bet 100 might make the 500 if it hits. Me, I'll pay the extra couple hundred, maybe I bet 300 to make the extra 200. So that's how the idea works, okay? The longer time that you bet, the more price you're going to pay, but the safer the bet. If you're going for a price that's too high also, it's not likely to hit, even if you bought a lot of time. If the stock is only 10 and you bought a call for 40, even if it goes to 20, you will not make a lot of money with the option. Now, the good thing, if you buy the option for like 50 and it was only 10, it's probably only going to cost you like 10 cents. But that 10 cents, you have to be willing to lose it. Because if it goes up to 15, we don't have a guarantee that you'll even make money, even though it went up $5, 50%, because your call is for 50. Okay, now the way that people want to calculate options, because people tell me this all the time, because options are as active as stocks these days, there's no real way to calculate what someone is speculating. I'm going to give you a perfect example, because this week we are trading SWBI calls. Okay, so on Thursday, the stock price was below 18. Below 18. I have calls, and I still have calls. I was trading them back and forth. I have calls for 22.50 on SWI, expiration of January. So January, I'm expecting it to hit 22.50. The stock on Thursday was under 18. Under $18. Under $18. The option was 40 cents. Now, I paid 25 cents for the option a couple of days ago. So I sold it at 40 cents. I sold it at 40 cents. When it came down to 30 cents, I bought it back. Friday, the stock hit as high as 18.50. As high as 18.50. On Thursday, it was below 18, and that option was 40 cents. On Friday, the stock is 18.50, and the option was lower. It was never higher than 30 cents. So with that should already tell you that there's no real way to calculate speculation. If you have a lot of people that are speculating in the stock, and all of a sudden some news comes out with guns, because SWI sells guns, then they were going to bet on the option. It's very different from the stock. You would think that the stock and the option should move in tandem. Another example, lumber liquidators. Lumber liquidators went up pretty nicely yesterday. Well, Friday, sorry. It went up pretty nicely Friday, as high as 1760. There was no volume, zero in the strike price that I'm looking at. I'm looking at a February 22 strike. Now, when the price of LL was 16, the option was 15 cents. When the stock was 16, the option was 15 cents. The stock went up to 17.50. There was no volume on the option. So basically, it stayed at 15 cents, and the stock went up $1.50, or close to 10%, and nothing happened with the option. So I wish I can tell you there was a formula always for speculation, but there isn't a formula. Now, another important thing is when you're betting on an option, we're going to use the $10, okay? We're betting, once again, that the stock is going to hit 15, and right now it's 10, okay? You do not want to bet $5 for the option, because if it goes up to 15, you are only getting $5, okay? You want to bet $1 so that if it goes up to 13, 14, your $1 price is going to increase. I say this because there's a lot of people, the stock is $4, right? Stock is $4. You were betting that the stock is going to hit 5. All right, $1. $1. Why are you paying $1 or close to $1 for that option? If the stock is 4 and it's going to go to 5, that's the $1. You would need the stock to go over 5 for your $1 bet on an option to increase in value. Why is that? Because the stock is 4. You're betting that it's going to go to 5. What would I want to pay for that call? I would want to pay 10, 15, maybe 20 cents. So that if it goes to 5, I'm going to make 3 or 4 times my money. Some of you are buying stocks like that are $3 or $4, and you guys are paying the premium for what the stock is. So you're paying exactly the price that you're gambling for it to go to. So if a stock is 20 and you're saying it's going to be 25, do not bet $5. Okay, that normally doesn't happen with those high price stocks. But because the stock prices of lower end stocks are cheap, a lot of people are buying calls. Like if a stock is $1, like WTHR, okay, and the call is for $1.50. I see a lot of people betting 50 cents. So why are you betting 50 cents? You might as well just buy the stock for $1, because stocks move quicker than options. And if you're paying 50 cents for an option and the stock goes up to 50 cents, you're not going to be making anything unless it's going to go higher. So that's something you don't want to do. I see that happening all the time. Now, the only reason why you want to bet on options that are already in the money, meaning you're betting the stock is going to go to 15 and you're already paying $2 or $3 for that. The stock is 15 already and you're paying a premium because you're betting it's going to hit 15. Obviously, it's already 15. So now you're paying $2 or $3 because the stock is in the money. But you have a date of like 2 or 3 months. So you're betting and holding because the stock is over, so it's not likely you will lose money. But you would need the stock to go up considerably for you to make more. Now, if time doesn't pass, you're not going to lose money. All right, your $2 will be roughly around the same, because time didn't pass. But if time goes on and the stock doesn't increase, you will lose money because you're betting it's going to be 15. Obviously, it's 15. If someone wants to exercise the 15, you would get less the value of your call. So if you're in an option, the stock is already 15. You bet that it was going to be at least 15 and you paid $2 for the call, but you didn't exercise it right away. Now the stock is still 15, but because time went through, your option is going to be worth 1. And if you want to exercise the stock, you only get $1 off the 15. If you would exercise the option right away when it was 2, you can buy it for 13 because you paid $2 premium for the option of 15. But if that was the case, you would just buy the stock. So hopefully this helps with this option video. If you guys have questions, just ask. I'll try to attack it. But once again, I'm just back into options now.